Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you may be in this beautiful world of ours. Welcome to Dark Matter Radio with your host, Ronnie McLean. Tonight we're going to be taking a look at some very disturbing things that we can no longer put behind us. Images that you've probably seen all over the internet before. But what's going on out there with our sports celebrities? What's going on out there with our politicians? What's going on out there with our singers and songwriters? What's really happening in this world, and what's going on with all of this stuff? Is it Mind K Ultra? Is it possessions, or is it cloning? Are they body doubles? Why are celebrities going crazy, and why are so many strange things happening? And tonight we're going to be taking a look at this stuff. We're going to be taking a look at the sunken place. We're going to be taking a look at the programming upon which you take a look and you listen to every single day of your life, what your children are listening to. We're going to be taking a look at this very, very dark matter. And it's very disturbing. There's been an awakening. Have you felt it? You are listening to Dark Matter Radio with your host, Ronnie. As we get started tonight, we're taking on some very controversial, troubling aspects of our society. We're going to be taking a look at what the hell is going on with our celebrities, our athletes, politicians. Weird things are happening all around us. And we need to really make sure that our eyes are open, fixed, not on what they want us to see, but fixed on what they don't want us to see. It's interesting. Very interesting and very scary. And the few clips I'm going to be showing you tonight is something that's been out there on the internet for quite some time. And it's disturbing, to say the least. You'll know these athletes, and you'll hear some commentary from various different people, and I'm going to try my best to give them as much props as possible because they've done an extremely well job in looking at these things. But when it comes down to Katy Perry, Kanye West, Shaq, a whole lot of other people. Some people say that they're cloning people in cloning centers. Others say it's Mind K Ultra, MK Ultra. Some say the Illuminati is behind the whole entire thing. Me? Hard to say what's really going on. All I know, that if they can hide our history as of indigenous people, they can do a hell of a lot more in all the things that are going on. Let us start here first. Take a listen.
Hello everyone, Frillex here. With Kanye West's new drastic change in appearance coinciding with an onstage rant, which subsequently landed him in rehabilitation for mental health evaluation, many people are now questioning their prior beliefs about the Illuminati cloning agenda due to an overwhelming amount of inconsistencies and suspicious circumstances surrounding the Kanye West situation. Firstly, I will briefly address the appearance. Kanye's recent appearance has caught many people's attention, as he seems to all of a sudden have all the signs of an Illuminati clone, such as looking sickly thin, different facial structure, looking spaced out, the dead soulless eyes, different looking lips, and most importantly, in this case, the ears. People's ears don't change in later life, so for drastic changes to happen on an adult ear, plastic surgery would need to be performed. As you can clearly see, Kanye's earlobes before the outburst were unattached, whereas now, since the outburst, they are attached. I believe that Kanye's drastic change in appearance is evidence enough of replacement, but I will now attempt to give my take on the reasons behind it.
Very, very interesting. I want to play a little bit of Kanye West in his, what they call, outburst. But I'm starting to think that he knew what was getting ready to happen to him. Just like a lot of these celebrities before they go off the deep end, know what's getting ready to happen to them. I believe that they're told, in a concert long before this one, Kanye said something in there that he sold his soul to the devil, and he had a whole line that went into that. And it's very, very suspicious that any time that when a lot of these celebrities begin to start having an understanding that their time has come, or they got to cash in, they begin to start doing things, and things start getting very, very strange. So I want you to take a listen to, I'm going to play a few of this, but I want you to take a listen to this and a few of the commentaries that's going to be made. And also I want you to also listen to what he's constantly saying, that we're alive. I'm alive. And he's talking about people who are real people today, real people right now. And he's constantly making that. And then towards the end of this, I'm not going to play the whole thing. We'll skip some stuff because it goes into Beyonce and how he went through a 7-year tribulation period when he said that she should have won the best video and all this other type stuff, and people fighting against one another and how they can all live in a utopia and all this other type stuff. But I think there's some realizations that was coming on, and I think that he knew that this may have been one of his last days or last moments of being his real self. And just take a listen on a few things. Just take a listen. It's shocking. And then at the end, you'll see somebody walk up to him. I'll cut the video a little bit, but you'll see somebody walking up to him. And some people say that these are handlers. And then he says that the concert is over, pretty much. And it wasn't until somebody walked up to him. And as him being in his defiant stage, as he was, saying all the things he was saying, it went on for at least about a half hour. And for somebody within a few seconds to come up and say, you're done. And then he quickly gets off the stage. Tells you a lot of what is possibly going on.
People coming into power and not changing anything, just becoming part of power. That's happened with musicians because they scared.
I'm the original, accept no imitations. Was Kanye trying to tell us something?
Y'all don't want to lose again. A lot of people here tonight felt like they lost. You know why? Because y'all been lied to. Google lied to you. Facebook lied to you. Radio lied to you. Radio fucked you. I know it's a lot of real niggas working at radio. Real people. Real program directors with wives and kids that love music, that can't play what they want to play because they've been paid to play that bullshit over and over and over. And when I say that bullshit, I don't mean, what I'm saying is, we love Drake. Drake is great. He's a great artist.
So now when you begin to start listening to this, he's very careful in the words that he's choosing because he talks about Drake, and Drake now has passed Jay-Z in terms of being the king of the rap industry, surprisingly enough. So, again, just keep reminding yourself that, when he says, there are, I am not an imitation, whatever, I'm the real thing, and he keeps on talking about real people. So just keep on listening, and it gets stranger.
But you know who the greatest of all of us? Who do y'all think? Nope. Kid motherfucking Cudi. Radio, fuck you! Oh yeah, I'm on my Trump shit tonight. Radio, fuck you! Yeah, I'm taking his lead. I'ma just say how I say. I'ma just BA and win. I'ma take his lead. Radio, fuck you! Radio, fuck you! Wait a second, you said it? Hey, wait a second. Hey, is it radio fuck you? As you said? Exactly. Not fuck the people that work at radio. Cause these is real people that gotta feed their kids. And they not being allowed to play that real shit. Cause they think that in order to feed their kids, they gotta play the same shit over and over and over. I was raised by KRS-One. I was raised by Tribe Called Quest. I was raised by Dilla Lynch. The last real nigga alive? No, nigga. It's still real niggas alive. We alive tonight, bro. We alive tonight, bro.
Get that when he says that we are still we are alive tonight. There's still people alive tonight. Very interesting how he's pointing that out, how people still have themselves and their own biological unit bodies that they were born with.
Virgil Abloh is alive tonight, bro. A$AP Nas is alive tonight, bro. Bobby is alive tonight, bro. I.N.N.A is alive tonight, bro. Rocky alive tonight, bro. Hey, y'all at my show, when I say these names, y'all better scream for me. I don't give a fuck if you know the names and that. Go ahead, Google them. They will give you a little bit of factual information. They will give you that. Why did I name A$AP? Because that's the future. That's the niggas that got me and Cudi on our toes like that. These niggas keeping this shit alive, bro. These niggas keeping this shit alive, bro. It's life. We got 100 years out here. 100 years on this planet, bro. And we can have a utopia. We can love each other. But the rules gotta be fair. Khaled and Drake and radio and Doc and 92.3 and everybody. Is it just me? Or did you hear that song so many times? You seen one, hey, for free. Hey, you know what it is though? Cause hey, I love Drake, I love Khaled. know me. I went down 7 years of my life of motherfuckers hating me.
So here I cut over to the last part of the video. So you're gonna see somebody come up on stage and whisper something in his ear, and then he is going to just end the show.
That's happened with musicians because they're scared. I'm not scared. I'm here to change things. I am here to change things. And things won't change until people admit they own falsehoods. I got the vision, bro. That is what I've been blessed with. My vision. I'm not always going to say things the perfect way, the right way, but I'm going to say how I feel. Right now, I will prepare. Right now, press, get ready to write your passive aggressive, LeBron James, racist comments, season 4 racist comments. Get ready to have a field day, press. Get ready, because the show's over.
Shortly after that, it was reported that he was taken to the hospital. So somebody tell me, what in the world is going on?
I'm dead. Picasso is dead. Walt Disney is dead. I'm dead. Steve Jobs is dead. I called the head of Payless. I'm like, I'm dead.
That real Kanye West skin texture. Look at his skin, the eyes, how dark it is. So for a new Kanye West appearance, it looks lighter, robotic skin. Look at the nose, how light it is. To this nose, it looks much darker. Look at the forehead. To this forehead, it looks lighter. Look at the lips. To these lips. And he has robotic skin. Look at the eyes. Nothing's there. No soul at all. So Kanye West obviously was replaced with a clone recently.
And again, a lot of troubling things going on in the sports industry. So one of the things I want to look at now is Draymond Green. A lot of this has been all over the place. He's plays with the Golden State Warriors. They won like about 3 championships in a row. And he's in there at the Azeli, I believe his name is. And, you know, I mean, a lot of kids, people idolize these people. And, but they don't realize, you know, what might be going on in the background. But I never thought it would be possible for them to actually, you know, mind K ultra or do weird things to sports athletes. But it's all over the place. It's right there, and something that nobody's ever pointed out before. So when you begin to start watching this, take a look at Draymond Green, and he seems to be going off first. He seems to be dazing off, and then he wakes up, and then he goes into this weird pose. And you think about Shaq and a few other people that have been doing that, right? So you know, this is a situation that's waking a lot of people up. I'm getting this this one from Black Child Reupload. So just take a look as to what has happened. I mean, this is waking a lot of people up to this Mind K Ultra Monarch
Also, what's
programming.
this entire season been like for you? You get hurt at times. At one point, maybe you were thinking, maybe you were even willing to accept that you might have gotten cut by the team.
Yeah, a lot of ups and downs. A lot of ups and downs this year. But it's been a heck of a ride, to be honest. I really can't complain. Yeah, I was I was a little down. I found out I was injured and I had to have surgery again, with another knee. But at the end of the day, I have amazing teammates. Guys like Draymond, everybody on this team, they come over there, they wrap their hands around me like, yo, we got you.
And then we have Stephen Curry. Now, I'm getting this one from the Chronicles of Judah 144. If you want to have a really deep breakdown of this commercial that I'm getting ready to play for you, that Stephen Curry is in, you should go check that one out. Stephen Curry reports to Reprogramming Part 1. He breaks it down pretty well, but I'm just going to give you a brief synopsis of this commercial. And again, it's very, very, very disturbing. It's a very dark matter indeed in terms of what's going on with our culture, our society, and our sports programs, right? So in this commercial, you see him getting into a tank. And this tank is very reminiscent to the ones that they have in a movie called Minority Report. And in the Minority Report, they have the psychics, the MK Ultra psychics that are in there to help solve the crimes, futuristic crimes, and let it be known that the FBI and the military have been using these kinds of things for quite some time. And when he gets into the tank, he goes into another thing called, what we call the sunken place. And you remember that in the movie Get Out. And again, that was very, very disturbing. But why would they make a commercial like this with Stephen Curry? Why would they even put a commercial like this in there with the theme, train the mind and the body will follow? It's very, I tell you, my mind is being blown right now. My mind is being blown. But take a look and see exactly what you think about this commercial, and then we'll have a few comments after this.
He is not one of the greats yet.
It's about titles. You looked overwhelmed out there.
Too small, struggling. Pressures denied. Calm, strong, focused.
Now, I'm not going to do a big breakdown, but again, train the mind, the body will follow. Now, is this what's happening? I mean, is there a certain thing that is going on in the sports culture and the music culture and the political culture where they have all of these different types of Mind K Ultra people, maybe even clones, body doubles, replacements, doing all kinds of things? But it begs to wonder, why would they make a commercial like this? It's very scary, but they put it out there in plain sight, right in front of you, and then make it seem as though it's normal. Again, when you take a relook at this video, you look at a lot of these clips that I'm putting out there, and as the things that are happening, like Shaq freezing, Al Roker freezing, Katy Perry just going crazy on stage and falling out, they make it seem as though it's all normal. It's all normal. Nobody's even paying attention to it. And it's right there in front of your face. They said the greatest hiding place is one that is out in plain sight. And I'm telling you, if we don't really wake up and pay attention to what's going on, and why the indigenous nations of North America is really being thrown out there in a way of being able to get us out of the system, this is what's befalling all of us. I mean, it's getting to a point where you can't even watch TV, listen to the music, watch movies, unless you're actually mind prepared to be able to do what needs to be done. Because if not, they are reprogramming your mind, because that's what the mind is. The mind is an elite computer program, the greatest computer programming machine in the universe. And they're finding ways of training the mind, and then the body and everything else will follow. Your attitudes, your behaviors, your belief systems. And this is the reason why you study history with an open mind. Let's go a little further. Take a look at a few other things. This is a dark matter indeed. This is Ronnie McLean for Dark Matter Radio and Dark Matter Radio Network. Now, what if I told you that you are under some sort of a psychological, biological, chemical attack? What if I told you that there were robotoids and all kinds of clones and mind control people that are actually commentating for us and giving us news? What if I told you that a lot of these people were synthetics and they weren't real in the sense that we look at them as being real? What if I told you that we were in a situation as to where we were being manipulated psychologically, mentally, spiritually? What if I told you that there was a program that was going on that was changing the very fabric of our reality? What if I told you that a lot of these people that we worship on the TVs and in the music industries were set out there to brainwash us? What if these people are right that are giving all these different commentaries about all these things that are happening? If these people actually really did sell their souls?
Is the reigning two-time champion of the All-Star.
What is going on with Shaq? He's stuck. And this is what we look like around the world. This is what we look like in our communities. Stuck. Frozen. While everyone else around us acts as though nothing's going on. Everything is normal. But when you pay attention, take a look at him. You see that something is definitely wrong. Now, while all this other stuff is going on, Shaq is still frozen. Still frozen. Are you frozen where you are? Are you frozen in your life? It's time to move forward and wake up. So I want to get into this other thing here. And this one is quite shocking. We're going to have this video, no commentary, but this video from Secure Team 10, and I'm glad that they were able to keep this one out on the internet. There's a lot of these videos that I've seen a long time ago and a while ago are now off the internet. We'll talk about, censorship and all that other type of stuff and things being controlled, the Mandela effect and all that other stuff in another video. But in this one, did the NFL player justify gravity? And I seen this one. This one happened last year in a game against Buffalo and Kansas City. And this NFL player seems to justify gravity. I mean, it's just unbelievable in the way that has happened. I mean, when you take a look at the stills, you can begin to start seeing that, he's lifting himself up in a way that just isn't possible for a normal human being. And it just blows my mind that this happened in a game on television, on network television, for everybody to see. And it goes to figure whether or not this is actually happening more times than what we really pay attention to, right? Is this really happening all around? So take a look at this video and see exactly how he gets himself up. It's almost like he's levitating. Check it out. Look at that. He almost makes the catch. How does he do that? Again, it looks like something is pulling him up from behind, right? And again, this is touted to say that this is totally normal. I mean, look at that. Is there something in the matrix that is happening here? Is there something spiritual that is happening here? Is there some sort of a possession type situation that is going here where there's things possessing our athletes and having them to do extraordinary things? I mean, I don't know. Right now, they're saying that that this thing might be that he may have trick of the camera, and that it's going backwards. Right, that they're doing it backwards. But look at everybody is moving forward. It's all right there, and it just speaks for itself. It's just unbelievable. The more times that you look at this, the more you say to yourself, what the heck is really going on? What's going on? And like I keep on telling people, they change your history. They change your mindset. They change your perceptions. Your mind is programmable. And before you know it, you're living in something that is totally unreal. In a reality that you're not supposed to be living in. This is not going backwards. It's not in reverse. And if somebody can really write in and explain how this guy is doing this, it's just amazing. I mean, it almost looks like the Apollo astronauts and how they were getting up and how they had strings pulling them all over the place. It's just unbelievable. Take a look at it. He glides up as though he's defying gravity. Just defying gravity. I mean, it's just unbelievable to me. There's a lot of paranormal things that are going on out there. A lot of things that are happening with CERN as they're opening up all these different vortexes and portals. There's a lot more possessions that are going on ever before. I mean, possessions and people in Brazil, South America, even here in the United States are up almost 100 times fold. And when you take a look at these athletes, you take a look at these things that are going on, you take a look at our entertainers, it's crazy. It's crazy. And you begin to start saying, I don't even know what to say anymore. And what do you say about this? How is he actually doing this? I just wanted to bring this one in real quick before I got on to Whitney Williams and I.N.N.A. And some of the things that are happening with those guys, right? But take a look at that. Can you do that? Can anybody do that? And again, in plain sight, this is what they're doing. They're fooling with our minds, people. Fooling with our mind. Now, I'm not going to have too much to say on the next few clips that we're going to be watching. It's going to go fairly quickly, but just keep in mind that this is live TV. This is real. And again, everyone's playing it off as though it's normal.
Costume contest, we do it every year. It's always a lot of fun. Let's get started. Our first caress. Costume contest, we do it every year. It's always a lot of fun. Let's get started. Our first caress.
Marshall Mathers. Some of you may know him as I.N.N.A, but he's going to join the Saturday night crew with our music intro starting next Saturday night. But folks, I want to take you to the world premiere of one of his new videos called Berserk. Take a listen. It's headed for the top of the charts. So was that the great Rick Rubin who was helping produce that with you, Marshall, when you did that? Yes, sorry. Live TV. Live TV freaks me out a little bit.
In covertly recorded off-air transmissions from the Bush-Clinton presidential election campaign in the 1990s, we can see that Bill Clinton was nothing more than a puppet to the puppet masters, which placed him in the White House. Bill Clinton's demeanor seems to be similar to a person who is under a hypnotic trance.
Can't go anymore.
I'm sorry.
Now, even take a look at Jay-Z and Beyonce. Now, there's a lot of breakdown of this stuff on the internet, but just look at their face. Look what they're doing. Is this normal? It's almost like something else is in them, taking a look at what's going on around them. Is this normal? What in the world is going on with our celebrities? Possession, Mind K Ultra. Look at Hillary. It's in our political stuff. Look at both of them. Scary. This is what we have elected into our offices. This is who's running our governments. Check this out.
Publicity about what happened from Mexico to London. It was pretty rough.
Multiple personality disorders here?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Weird. Hello. Oh my goodness. Hello. Ew.
Did she just wake up?
Yeah, it was weird.
Inside?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Take a look at that again.
Weird. Hello. Weird. Weird. Hello. This spasm of publicity about what happened from Mexico to London was pretty rough. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I believe this was at the Oscars. Notice how she's being held. But look at the facial expressions. Has CERN been able to unleash things that are able to possess the human body? The bruising of the eyes, the left eye particularly. What's going on here? Leave your comments. Because they're looking at all of us. They're looking at all of us.
Just like the kid, and you did nothing. You did nothing. Now, sink into the floor. Wait. Sink.
feel nervous, a little bit overwhelmed. I feel a little shaky. Oh no, I don't know what's wrong with me. No, but it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. You gotta get in the show. Are you? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling nervous, overwhelmed, everything. You feel it all right now. I feel it all butterfly in my stomach and vagina. Okay. I love you. Why do I love you? Well, I know I love you so much. It's the reason everyone loves you. Because you speak your mind, Cardi B. You do not hold back. Yeah, well, I love it too. Sometimes it gets me in trouble. Whoever's in there. I love it too. Sometimes it gets me in trouble. Whoever's in there.
A crazy boy who lives in me, and he says the things that I don't want to say. He was born, just a few months ago. I think he was born out of rage. He was conceived in rage, so he bashes everyone. He threatens to beat people, and he's violent.
It must be nice to have like an ignorant loudmouth where you can just sort of blame everything.
He wants to be blamed. I don't want to blame him. I ask him to leave, but he can't. He's here for a reason. People have brought him out. People conjured him up. Now he won't leave.
Also, I want to find out about this situation with you have many, many different alter egos, right?
Oh, yes.
Roman is one, and then you
Roman is one, Barbie's one. She's like the little innocent girl. I have Martha, who's Roman's mother. She's like a crazy lady from London. And actually, she's gonna make her debut in the video that I just shot with Drake. It's for a song called Moment for Life. Mm-hmm. So we just shot that video, and Martha, like you'll actually see Martha in the video. It's gonna be kind of weird.
Great. I can't wait to see her.
It was way better than I expected, and Sasha was in full effect. Sasha is my alter ego. And when people see me, sometimes I think that when they meet me and they speak with me, they're expecting Sasha. And I'm really kind of shy, and not really shy, but more reserved, and nothing like Sasha. But I guess I wouldn't be very entertaining on stage. So Sasha comes out and she's fearless. She can do things that I cannot do when I'm in rehearsal. I mean, I can try, but then it just doesn't happen. I can sing notes and sing strong and do all these things that when I'm just by myself, I can't do. And I remember right before I performed, I raised my hands up, and it was kind of the first time I felt something else come into me, and I knew that was going to be my coming out night for the BET Awards.
Well, tell me, what the heck is going on? A lot. Then you take a guy like Mark Zuckerberg and some of the statements that he's making. You know, he's the Facebook guy. He's powerful, one of the most powerful persons on earth. And when you take a look at him, you begin to start asking a lot of questions as well. Remember, Facebook has 80% of the market where they're from. And there's some statements that just can't be unstated. Such as this statement.
It is going to bother you because you're human, and I was human. I am human. Still.
I am human still.
Costume contest. We do it every year. It's always a lot of fun. Let's get started. Our first caress. That was not a stunt. I'm overheated in my costume and I did pass out. But you know what? I'm a champ and I'm back.
And again, as we continue on looking at some of these very weird and bizarre things that are happening on stage and behind the camera and in front of the camera, we don't know what's really going on behind the camera. We have Katy Perry. Now, she did the performance, and this is, again, all over the internet. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to play a very large clip of this. I'm getting this clip from I.N.N.A now, so it's going to be a very large, long clip, about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It's going to show you the whole entire performance of her collapsing. And like they did with Shaq, and also like they did with a lot of these other celebrities, the performance just goes on like nobody even thinks anything unnormal is happening. And the words that she's saying is she starts going off and she starts saying, "Master, Master, I'm not feeling so well. Master, Master, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. Please help me." And then somebody comes out and grabs her off stage, and you see it's not part of the act because she stopped in mid song, and when she stopped in mid song, when she collapsed, they came out and got her. And take a look at her body limbs; they all just kind of just went so limp. It's just crazy. And so, I mean, the little things, when you take a look at them, it begins to make you really think about what are we listening to on the radio? You know, what are they really programming our minds? Who is behind all of this stuff? Just weird things. So just take a listen. Everything's normal. Everything's normal. Master, I'm not feeling so well anymore. Master, I'm not feeling so well anymore. And then it gets disturbing even further, because now we go through the situation with what was going on with Al Roker and how he froze at Rockefeller Plaza a few years ago. I want you to take a listen as you begin to start. Look, I mean, he's normal. Everything is normal. Everybody's walking around normal, everything like that. So just take a listen as to what we're going on.
Yes, like they say in Catholic school, leave room for the Holy Ghost. Anyway, there is a lot of memories today, actually. It's a big day in music history.
35 years ago today, Elvis Presley passed away, the king of rock and roll. And as Mark Cohn says in his great song, Walking in Memphis, there's a pretty little thing waiting for the king down in the junction of the night.
The Al Roker one, and it's just unbelievable when you begin to start looking at his face and how frozen he was. I mean, he was frozen for a good 20, 30 seconds and didn't even blink, not once. Try not blinking for about 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. He was frozen for about 30 seconds. There's some weird things going on out there, and this is the reason why, you know, the Dark Matter radio program seems to be all over the map when it comes down to putting things out there. But, you know, when it comes down to these kinds of things, you have to understand that, you know, it's a dark matter for us all and what they're actually really doing to a lot of our celebrities out there. Now, are they cloned? Have they been replaced? Are they receiving Mind K Ultra? I mean, really, what is going on? I mean, in here, it seems as though there was a trigger word. And that trigger word was the Holy Ghost. I mean, take a look at this. I mean, he's actually laughing and having a good time until the word Holy Ghost comes up.
Yes, exactly. Yes, like they say in Catholic school, leave room for the Holy Ghost. Anyway, there is a lot of memories today, actually. It's a big day in music history.
35 years ago today, Elvis Presley passed away, the king of rock and roll. And as Mark Cohn says in his great song, Walking in Memphis, there's a pretty little thing waiting for the king down in the junction of the night.
Just unbelievably weird and disturbing. If you plan on going into the movie industry or plan on doing some singing or anything else like that, I don't know. Maybe we all need to think twice. But then again, our political realm is no different.
When you did nothing, you did nothing. Now, sink into the floor. Wait. Sink.
I feel nervous, a little bit overwhelmed. Shaky, oh no, it's good. It's good. You guys get in picture. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling nervous, overwhelmed, everything. You can feel it all right now. I feel it all, butterfly, in my stomach and vagina. Okay. I love you. Why do I love you? Well, I know I love you so much. It's the reason everyone loves you. Because you speak your mind, Cardi B. You do not look that. Yeah, well, I love it too. Sometimes it gets me in trouble, whoever's in there. I love it, it gets me in whoever's in there.
Some people think they're just drugged out. But I'm here to tell you that there's a lot more going on than what meets the eye. A lot more stranger things. A very dark matter indeed.
To be honest, I really can't complain. Yeah, I was a little down. I found out I was injured. I had to have surgery again, or with another knee. But at the end of the day, I have amazing teammates. Guys like Draymond, everybody on this team, they come over there, they wrap their hands around.
This is a crazy one. I don't know if you guys ever seen this one before, but check out how she does her eyes. Crazy. What the heck is going on?
Some of you may know him as I.N.N.A, but he's going to join the Saturday night crew with our music intro starting next Saturday night. But folks, I want to take you to the world premiere of one of his new videos called Berserk. Take a listen. Yes, sorry, live TV. Live TV freaks me out a little bit. Yes, I'm sorry, what was the question? Really uncomfortable right now.
CIA is carrying out mind control on countless numbers of unwitting American victims. And he even went so far as to say the basic methods that they use in this mind control: hypnosis, drugs, and torture.
Three parts of policy that they had adopted there. The second one was to find a way of being able to get total control of people's minds. And that would be done by taking hypnotism out of the realm of the occult and introduce it as a new science for the benefit of mankind.
This is very scary. This is the President of the United States. Look at his face. Look how he's being prepared.
Reflecting a policy of genocide either against the Tibetan people themselves or against their culture.
Soulless eyes. Scary.
Roman is a crazy boy who lives in me, and he says the things that I don't want to say. He was born, just a few months ago. I think he was born out of rage. He was conceived in rage, so he bashes everyone. He threatens to beat people, and he's violent.
Must be nice to have like an ignorant loudmouth who you can just sort of blame every.
He wants to be blamed. I don't want to blame him. I ask him to leave. He wants to be blamed. I don't want to blame him. I ask him to leave. But he can't. He's here for a reason. People have brought him out. People conjured him up. Now he won't leave. He's here for a reason. People have brought him out. People conjured him up. Now he won't leave.
Also, I want to find out about this situation with you have many, many different alter egos, right?
Oh, yes.
Roman is one, and then you have...
Roman is one, Barbie's one. She's like the little innocent girl. I have Martha, who's Roman's mother. She's like a crazy lady from London. And actually she's gonna make her debut in the video that I just shot with Drake. It's her song called Moment for Life.
Mm-hmm.
So we just shot that video, and Martha, like, you'll actually see Martha in the video. It's gonna be kind of weird.
Great. I can't wait to see her.
It was way better than I expected, and Sasha was in full effect. Sasha is my alter ego. And when people see me, sometimes I think that when they meet me and they speak with me, they're expecting Sasha. And I'm really kind of shy, not really shy, but more reserved, and nothing like Sasha. But I guess I wouldn't be very entertaining on the stage, so Sasha comes out and she's fearless. You know, she can do things that I cannot do when I'm embarrassing. I mean, I can try, but then it just doesn't happen. I can sing notes.
Did you notice the change in her face? We'll go back just a little bit. I want you to notice the change on her face of what's really inside of her.
Then it just doesn't happen. I can sing notes and sing strong and do all these things that when I'm just by myself, I can't do. And I remember right before I performed, I raised my hands up, and it was kind of the first time I felt something else come into me, and felt something else come into me. And I raised my hands up, and it was kind of the first time I felt something else come into me, and I knew that was going to be my coming out night.
Take a look at her eyes. Pitch black.
The BT Awards.
Unbelievable. Listen to this next story.
Mexico to London.
It's pretty rough. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Weird. Hello. Oh my goodness. Hello. Ew. Strawberry. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Weird. Hello. Oh my goodness. Hello. Ew. Strawberry.
It's like she suddenly changed into somebody else. Suddenly something came inside of her and she said, ooh, I'm here. Look at this.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Weird. Hello.
Now, is that Mind K Ultra?
Oh my goodness.
Possession?
Hello. Ew. Strawberry.
Double personalities? She doesn't seem so happy about it. Very disturbed.
Yeah, it's a difficult title. It's a good.
Very disturbing.
I suppose it's because you had kind of a good day, and if you would have died, well, so be it. Is that it?
That's right. That's a great question. Have a sandwich, and let's go shopping.
Think about the doctor's findings and testimony. Log on to cnnews13.com.
This is Dark Matter Radio.
What was your opinion? I'm Channel T. We'll try to answer questions.
Very strange. as I look into the future, and as I see the things that are going on, and as I study all the different dynamics of what we're going through in our lives of today, it's far, far, far more disturbing than I ever realized. My heart is sickened, my soul is weeping, my mind is in flux. And what I see out there for each and every one of us, as we look at our entertainers, and these are the people that a lot of us idolize, put up on a pedestal, invest trillions of dollars into the industries. As we look at a lot of people who we think that are innocent, that don't know what's going on, and probably maybe just so confused and overwhelmed with all of their success, we're finding out that it's a possible willing choice. And when they get knee deep into whatever they're into, they begin to start having second thoughts. But it's too late. They can't get out of it. And oh yes, it's a dark matter indeed. A very dark matter. Is it mind control? Spiritual possession? Cloning? Is it something even worse? They're looking, whatever it is. And as we can see, something is going on. Let's just make sure that you don't sign anything in blood. Let's make sure that we don't sign any other covenants. Let's make sure that we keep our souls intact. And as Kanye West said, stay alive. Stay alive. This is Ronnie McLean for Dark Matter Radio News Network. Speaking for a new thunder on I.N.N.A. Live. Wake up, everyone, while you still can, before they send you into that dark place. The dark place may happen when you're watching a movie, sync, listening to your favorite song, sync, listening or watching your favorite TV program, and then all of a sudden a code word comes up and they tell you to sync. Am I going crazy? Am I going crazy? Wake up, everyone. Pay attention to what's going on around you. This is Ronnie McLean for Dark Matter Radio. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for listening. Thank you for staying alive.